back, dear learners. I hope you had a refreshing break. In the previous part of this lecture, we examined the first 6 steps of the rural marketing model, including an in-depth look at how businesses research, segment, and profile rural consumers and how they begin crafting suitable products for them. In the second and the final part, we will proceed with the remaining elements, that is, designing and modifying the marketing mix, and then explore the crucial phases of implementation and control. So, let us move ahead. With a clearly defined target rural market, we now advance to step 7, that is, designing or modifying the marketing mix. This is where the company crafts or adopts the fundamental elements of marketing, that is the 4 P's: product, price, place and promotion, to specifically suit the conditions and consumer characteristics of the chosen rural segments. Success in rural marketing often hinges on insightful modification to this traditional mix. In fact, many experts advocate for the 4 A's framework, that is availability, affordability, acceptability and awareness, as a particularly relevant for shaping the marketing mix in rural context. This framework emphasizes that product must not only exist but be readily available in the remote areas, priced to be affordable for low and variable income consumers, designed to be acceptable by meeting the local needs, taste and cultural norms, and the consumer must be made effectively aware for them through the targeted communications. Let's first consider product adoptions for the rural market. The product design, features and packaging must align with rural users' pattern and preferences. Simplicity and durability are often valued more highly than complex, delicate features. Many companies develop rural specific products or variants. A classical example is LG's Sampurna TV, designed with features like extra loud volume and dust proof technology specifically for the Indian rural environment. Packaging is another key area for adoption. Smaller pack sizes or sachet for items like shampoo, tea or detergent caters to daily wages earners who prefer to make small and frequent purchases. Product might also incorporate local flavors, ingredients or preferences such as herbal variants of toothpaste that resonate with the traditional practices. Furthermore, providing instruction and product information in local language on the packaging significantly increases comprehension and acceptability. Next is price. Pricing strategies in rural market must carefully account for generally lower and often variable income level. Companies frequently employ value pricing or introduce economy brand to make their product accessible. Tactics such as heterogeneous pricing, pricing the same product slightly lower in rural market as compared to the urban ones, can be used to gain market share. Psychological pricing like rupees 99 instead of rupees 100 can also be effective. Crucially, as mentioned, with product packaging, small package size enables lower absolute price points, which is a vital for consumers who make buy in small quantities based on their daily or weekly cash flow. Some firms also utilize seasonal pricing or promotion timing with harvest period or festivals when rural income might be higher. Offering bundles or combo packs can increase perceived value and encourage trial. All these pricing strategies aims to ensure the product is affordable while still delivering on its value proposition. Perhaps the most significant challenge and often the key determinant of success in rural marketing is place or distribution. This involves making the product available and accessible across thousands of geographically dispersed villages. Companies need to innovate and resilient channel to reach the last mile. Traditional distribution hierarchies are often extended. Firms may appoint dedicated rural distributors or a super stockist who service village level retailers. Mobile distribution vans that travel to weekly villages market or haats and smaller underserviced villages are also common. Channel partnership are crucial. Leveraging existing network like Indian Post Office, petrol pumps, agricultural input dealers, or even self-help groups as distribution point are strategies that have been successfully employed. Maintaining a regular, reliable supply chain is another critical aspect. Despite infrastructural challenges, some companies establish their own depot closer to rural clusters or use smaller, more agile vehicles, including motorcycle, bicycle, and even boats in riverine areas to cover difficult terrains. The fundamental principle is that availability drives consumption. A proper workout of 4 A's ensures that the distribution network penetrates deeply, placing product with easy reach of target rural consumers. Finally, let's discuss promotion. Communicating effectively with rural audiences requires a deep understanding of their media consumption habits, literacy levels, and cultural context. While mass media like television, especially regional channels, and radios, that is All India Radio, have wider reach, personal and community oriented media are equally, if not more, important. Outdoor campaigns such as wall painting, posters in local shop, and van campaigns featuring loudspeaker and product demonstrations are time tested methods. Folk media and local events like melas, fairs, and festival provides excellent platform for interactive and engaging promotion. Brands might sponsor traveling theater troupes or folk music events that wave in the product message. Increasingly, mobile phones and digital media are emerging as powerful promotion channels. With significant and growing number of internet users in India, digital campaign on platform like YouTube, WhatsApp, or Facebook delivered in the local languages are gaining attraction. The key across all promotion activities is the use of simple language, relatable storytelling, and credible testimonials, often leveraging local culture and items to build trust. Word of mouth remains incredibly potent in close knit rural communities. So, strategies often include seeding positive message through influential families or village opinion leaders like teachers or sarpanch. By thoughtfully designing and adopting each element of marketing mix, that is product, price, place and promotion, companies can effectively overcome rural barriers and build strong connection with the valuable consumers. We now arrive at step 8, that is implementation, which is often cited as the most challenging yet critical part of rural marketing model. Having a meticulously crafted plan is essential, but the true test lies in its execution in the complex rural field. This stage involves the practical rollout of distribution infrastructure, the launch of promotion campaign, and ensuring that the product not only reaches the target rural consumers but also appeals to them as intended. Given the inherent complexities of rural India, its vast geography, variable infrastructure like poor roads, linguistic diversity, and varying literacy level, detailed planning and robust coordination are paramount during implementation to avoid potential setback and ensure strategies translate into tangible results. Effective implementation hinges on several key components. Firstly, channel partner management. Companies must deliberately recruit, train, and continuously motivate their network of dealers, distributors, salespeople, and local influencers who act as a crucial last mile connection to the village consumers. Ongoing support is vital. Firms often deploy territory sales officers who regularly visit villages to oversee the level of stock, gather feedback, and resolve retailers' issues. Given the challenging operating conditions, appropriate incentives such as credit facilities, better trade margin, and recognition programs are often provided to keep these partners engaged and motivated. Secondly, logistic and supply chain management is crucial. Implementation must ensure a smooth and consistent flow of goods from factories to remote rural markets. This involves proactively tackling the logistical bottlenecks. For example, by using small trucks suitable for narrow village roads, planning deliveries to account for weather disruptions like monsoons, and potentially establishing local warehouses or distribution hubs to shortly supply lines and improve responsiveness. Some companies adopt a phased rural rollout, implementing their strategy region by region to concentrate resources, learn from initial experiences, and refine processes before wider expansion. Further, key components include promotion on the ground. All previously planned promotional activities are now executed. Advertising campaigns on radio and television go live, promotional vans being touring villages, wall paintings are completed, and launch events or village meetings are organized. Companies often collaborate with specialized rural marketing agencies or the local NGOs for effective last mile execution of these activities. For instance, local youth club might be engaged to stage a culturally relevant street play highlighting a product benefit. Timing promotional activities to coincide with market days or local festival can maximize reach and impact. Pilot launches in few select villages are common to monitor initial response before scaling up. Finally, monitoring and mid-course correction is integral to implementation. Early and continuous monitoring allows for the quick identification and resolution of any emerging problem. Field teams gather crucial feedback. Are the retailers adequately stocking the product? Is the message resonating with the villagers? Are there any misconceptions or negative rumors that needs to be addressed swiftly? For example, if a water purifier faces skepticism, live demonstration of water testing can be introduced. Being agile and responsive during implementation phase is often what distinguishes a successful rural campaign from a failed one, especially in an environment where word of mouth spreads rapidly. It is often emphasized that in a rural market, last mile execution is the first priority. This is essentially a focused organizational commitment demanding seamless coordination between marketing, sales, and supply chain department to ensure that all aspects of the plan progress in parallel. For instance, launching a large scale advertising campaign in villages where the product is not yet available through the distribution channel would not only waste resources but also damage the company's credibility. Therefore, careful phasing of activities and robust cross functional teamworks are hallmarks of effective implementation. When executed well, the company successfully reaches the last mile of the rural market, ensuring the product is consistently available in the village shop or through local sellers, and the consumers are aware of its presence and persuaded its value proposition. The final step in our rural marketing framework is step 9, that is control. This vital stage involves systematically monitoring performance, evaluating the results achieve against the initial objective, and establishing a robust feedback loop for continuous improvement and adoption. Rural markets are inherently dynamic, competition is constantly evolving, consumer expectations are shifting, and various external factors such as monsoon, economic changes, or government policies can significantly impact demand. Consequently, companies must regularly get update from the field, measure progress deliberately, and be prepared to adjust their strategies as needed to maintain relevance and effectiveness. The key aspects of the control phase includes: first, tracking the sales and distribution KPIs. This involves monitoring sales volume, market share, and growth rate within the target rural areas. The question to ask is the company meeting the rural sales target? How is the product performing across different regions or segments? Matrices like inventory uptake at rural retail points or the frequency of repeat orders from the distributors can indicate if a product is successfully selling through. If sales are weak in certain areas, investigations are needed to understand why perhaps the local competitors has introduced a low price alternative or low distribution coverage is inconsistent. Tools like rural market sales dashboard or periodic market audits are helpful here. Second, evaluating marketing effectiveness matrices. This means assessing the impact of promotional campaign and various marketing tactics. This can be achieved through a post-campaign survey or by observing changes in consumer behavior. For example, a company might measure increase in brand awareness or message recall within the target villagers. If awareness remains low despite promotional efforts, the firm may need to intensify its activities or explore different communication channel. Feedback from field staffs and retailers are also invaluable, as they often have first-hand knowledge of which brand consumers are asking for. Continuing with the control mechanism, third, establishing the channel for consumer feedback and adoption. A strong control possesses actively gathered feedback directly from rural consumers. This can be done through informal interaction by the sales representatives, dedicated consumer meets, or by using accessible technology like phone helpline or a WhatsApp number for comments and complaints. Such feedback can reveal product issues, for instance, packaging that isn't robust enough for rural transport or a flavor profile that is not popular in a specific region, and also highlight new opportunities. Companies that are responsive can quickly tweak their offering. For example, if feedback indicate that instruction for a pesticides are difficult for semi-literate farmers to understand, the company might simplify the language or incorporate pictorial instruction in subsequent batches. The fourth factor is maintaining competitive intelligence. Control also means monitoring the activities of competitor in rural markets. New entrants can emerge, whether it's a local entrepreneur offering low cost alternative or a multinational corporation launching an aggressive rural campaign. The company must track the development and the consumer response to them. If a rival's product starts gaining significant traction, the firms may need to proactively adjust its own marketing mix, perhaps by refining its pricing, adding new features, or enhancing retailer incentive to define its market position. Finally, a crucial aspect of control is fostering research and development and continuous improvement. Control is not just about overseeing current operations, it's about continuously seeking ways to enhance them. The rural context is consistently changing. Improvements in infrastructure, rising mobile connectivity, and increasing literacy level are reshaping rural marketing landscapes year after year. Companies must ensure their research and development efforts and communication strategies remain current and relevant to those evolving rural markets. For example, if smartphone penetration in target villages significantly increases, digital marketing strategies become more viable and important. Similarly, new government welfare schemes might alter demand pattern for certain products. A systematic process of gathering such market intelligence and integrating into strategic adjustment is very essential for sustained success. Effective control ensures timely analysis and action. Companies that promptly respond to feedback and dynamic market changes can maintain their competitive edge. It is noted that the local and regional players often demonstrate agility in the rural market. So, larger companies must also cultivate this responsiveness. In conclusion, the control phase ensures that the rural marketing initiative remains on track, adapts to evolving environment, and continuously improve. By implementing robust monitoring system and demonstrating a willingness to iterate and adopt, whether it's changing a distribution partner, fine tuning a product, or retargeting a promotion, companies can navigate the challenges of rural environment and achieve lasting success. This phase effectively closes the loop of rural marketing model, often feeding new insight back into research stage and potentially initiating the cycle anew for further product development or deeper market penetration. With that, dear learners, we conclude our lecture on steps in rural marketing model. We have seen how business methodologically plan their outreach, starting from understanding the thorough research to selecting the right segment, building marketing mixes, and finally executing and adopting those implementation and control mechanism. Remember, rural marketing is not a one-time strategy. It is a dynamic, evolving process. Consumer preferences shift, infrastructure improve, and new challenges arises. Companies that succeed are those that remain committed to continuous research, innovation, and responsiveness. I encourage you to revisit the steps as we have discussed. Think critically about how this structure approach can be applied across diverse rural contexts in India. Thank you for your attention and active participation. Let's keep learning and innovating together. See you in the next module.